friends, welcome to Carrie's Culinary Crafts, where we talk all things food. And today we are cooking all the meats. I think I have like 30 pounds, maybe even more, of different meats that I'm going to go ahead and cook today. I have some steaks I'm going to cook. I have a whole bunch of pork I'm going to cook, and I have some chicken that I'm going to cook. I am continuing this outdoor kitchen cooking just so I don't heat up the house. Today I will be using the Instant Pot because that is not going to heat up the house at all. So come along with me and I will show you all the different meats that I'm cooking. And I will show you also some of the meals that I am using them for. Now, the majority of what I am cooking is going to be for long term. I'm going to go ahead and cook it and freeze some. I'm going to go ahead and cook it and can some. But I am going to keep enough in my refrigerator for the next couple of days in order to have dinners ready for them, because the team that my son and my husband coaches for baseball, they made the championship, so they are going to be playing for the next couple of days, and so therefore I want to make sure that I want to have dinner pretty much already ready for them. So if they have a game in the middle of the afternoon, it's already done. So at least the main part is already done. So I am going to go ahead and cook some steaks. Now the steaks are going to be for tonight's dinner. I am doing steak salads, and then I am going to do 4 packs of pork ribeyes. I believe you guys saw that in the last grocery haul that I had, that I bought a whole bunch of pork ribeyes. So I'm going to go ahead and season those, and I'm going to smoke those. And then I have a whole bunch of chicken that I got from Butcher Box. They are chicken legs. I'm going to go ahead and stick those in the Instant Pot and get those cooking so I can use them for meals for this week. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is get my smoker chunks ready, and today I'm going to go ahead and use these apple chunks to put into the smoker. And the first thing I need to do is soak them in some water, because they need to be soaking at least 30 minutes. So that's always the first thing I do, so it can be in there and soaking while I do everything else that I'm gonna do. Now today I'm not, since I'm just doing pork and they are smaller pieces, I don't need super big chunks and a lot of chunks. I plan on only needing to smoke for about 4 hours, and that's at most. Most likely they'll be done at 3 hours. I just will need to check the temperature, make sure that they are over 160, and I should be good to go. So this, I'm just going to go ahead and fix this, and I'm going to set that aside and then take care of all of the meat that I need to prep in order to start cooking. Okay, to start off here, I have the chicken legs from Butcher Box, and here are the pork ribeyes that I have. I have 4 packs of those. And then I have here flank or flat iron steaks that I am going to be cooking on the BlackStone for dinner this evening. And so to get started, I'm going to go ahead and get these chicken legs into the Instant Pot. So I'm just going to open up all of these. There's like 3 pouches, and each pouch there's anywhere between 4 to 6 chicken legs in there. So I'm going to open all 3 pouches and get all of those into my Instant Pot. And I will season them up with some seasonings, which I will show you whatever it is I'm using. Some of the things I think I'm using, like a lot of the seasoning packets that I have. But I'm just going to go ahead and start off by, I don't know what I'm thinking here. Something is popped in my mind. Oh, okay, that's it. I want to put them all in here and so I can mix them around with the seasoning packets before I stick them in the Instant Pot. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so here's the chicken legs, and I decided to go ahead and try these farmers market uh, chicken and vegetable seasoning. I've never used them before, but I wanted to go ahead and give them a try. And I'm just sprinkling them on top of the chicken legs. And I'm going to use both of these packets because I have a lot of chicken there. So I'm going to go ahead and just dump those packets in, mix them around really good, and get them all good and coated. All right, so now that they're coated, I'm going to go ahead and put them all in the Instant Pot. And you could use, a cup of water. You always have to use a little bit of water whenever you're cooking something in the Instant Pot. But since I will be saving all the broth that's in here, I figured I would go ahead and just add broth instead of the standard water. So I just went and grabbed a pint of some vegetable broth that I have, and we'll put it in the Instant Pot and get that cooking. Now, since I have so many chicken legs in here, I am going to put it in the Instant Pot for the time that it would take for a full chicken. Because normally chicken legs, they really don't take that long, but because I have so many, I'm just going to put it in for the full chicken time, which is 30 minutes. So there I added my broth, and I'm going to go ahead and stick this in the Instant Pot and put it on high pressure cook for 30 minutes. And then I am just going to let that go until I am done with doing everything else that I need to do. I'll just let it, release the pressure on its own because I'm going to be outside doing the rest of my cooking, and it'll just stay warm in there. So whenever I'm done outside, then I'll come in and I'll take care of getting the chicken out of there and saving the broth that was made and so forth. Okay, and here are those 4 big family packs of pork that I got. Now, on here, these are saying pork ribeyes. Um, you could call them pork medallions, but basically they're thicker cut pork chops, but they have all the fat is trimmed off of them. Um, so I won't have to do any trimming or anything like that. And with these, I'm also going to season them. And my last video, I had I made pork ribs, and I made a whole bunch of that, um, the dry rub that went on top of the ribs, and I had a little bit left over. So I'm going to use the rest of that on half of these um, pork ribeyes, and then I'm going to use another seasoning packet on the other 2 pork ribeyes. And I believe I'm going to use that Tuscan seasoning packet to give that a try. Okay, so here is some olive oil spray. I'm just going to go ahead and spray them just to make sure that the seasonings stick to the meat. And here is that dry rub that I put on the ribs. I'm going to season these pork medallions really, really good. And I will season them on both sides. Okay, and here is the seasoning packet. See, the Tuscan seasoning is what I'm going to use on the last 2. Okay, now that the pork is all seasoned, I'm going to go ahead and set this aside. And then I will pull out the flat iron steaks that I have. I think I have a 2-pack. Do I have a 2-pack? Yep, there we go. Okay, so we have a 2-pack of steaks, and there's 2 in each pack, so there will be 4 total, which will be a perfect amount for my son, my husband, and I to have on steak salads tonight. There will be a little bit left over, so somebody can have a steak salad for lunch tomorrow as well. But I'm going to go ahead and open this packet and pull out all of these medallions, and I'm going to go ahead and season these as well. And I'm going to cut them into strips because that is how I usually do them on, put them on the salad. I will have like bite-sized strips. Makes it much easier instead of having to worry about cutting the steak when it's on your salad itself. So I'm going to go ahead and separate these, and then I'm going to give them a nice, or I'm going to slice them all up, and then we will put some seasoning on them. And I'm going to use two different kinds of seasonings. I'm going to use my standard like steak seasoning that I have, which this is the last of it, and there's only about an inch left in that, so I'm going to need to make some more of that soon. And I'll bring you guys along with me in order to make some more of that. That's your standard, like the McCormick steak seasoning that you can buy in the store. I will make my own. And then I'm also using this beef stir fry packet just to add a little something else to it as well, just to see how it tastes. So I'm putting some of the seasoning on the bottom so when I slice up the steak, I can just throw the pieces in there and they will get coated on the one side, and then I will put the seasoning on top and get it all really well coated. We want our steak to taste good. Okay, so now since I have all the steaks cut up into strips, I'm going to drizzle some extra virgin olive oil over top of the steak. And then I'm going to go ahead and put these steak strips into that seasoning bowl. And there's the rest of that packet that I'm drizzling over. And here is all of the seasoned meat that I have all ready to go. Some in the smoker, some on the BlackStone, and the Instant Pot has already been filled with the chicken and is on. So here is my smoke vault, and I already went ahead and started it. I put the wood chunks in, kicked it up, made sure it came up to temperature, and then I got all of that pork into my smoker. And here, now I'm going to move over to the BlackStone, and this is where I'm going to go ahead and cook up all the steak strips for our steak salad this evening. And I have to apologize. Apparently, I forgot to turn the camera on whenever I put the oil on and threw the steaks on. So I apologize that you didn't see like the full cooking, because I did want to do like a real-time cooking of the steak strips, but I realized that I did not turn on the camera, or at least I thought I did, but it didn't catch. So now you're basically going to see the end result of the steaks cooking. Now these steak strips literally took 4 minutes tops. 2 minutes on one side, I went ahead and flipped them and did 2 minutes on the other side, and they were done. Super fast. I only heated up the one side of my BlackStone. And there we go. There is our steaks for our dinner tonight. And here is my finished pork and steaks. They all turned out wonderful. And there is the chicken from the Instant Pot and the broth. And there is our wonderful steak salad that we had that evening. So I hope you guys enjoyed that cooking all the meats today. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below, and you will be notified every single time I shoot out a new video. So until next time, friends.